Hello everybody. Today marks the end of the Premier League season. We now know who is up and who is down. And thankfully both of our clubs will remain in the Premier League next season come August. It's been a very hectic season. One of the best I've remembered for a while, I think. Pretty topsy-turvy. I think Sam was probably a little bit more emotional than I am for obvious reasons, being an Everton supporter. I'm obviously gutted about the title race being thrown away a fortnight ago, but I'm glad it didn't go down to the wire today, because I think if we'd have had lost it, I think I would have genuinely had a mental breakdown.
Yeah.
But yeah, as we can see on the screen here, this is all the teams that will be in for next season. And me and Sam are going to go through each of them and discuss their seasons and what they need to do for next season. So,
Right.
yeah.
So, these are the teams. We'll run through them. We've got Arsenal, Aston Villa, Bournemouth, Brentford, Brighton Hove Albion, Burnley, Chelsea, Crystal Palace, Everton, Fulham, Liverpool, Luton Town, Manchester City, Manchester United, Newcastle, Nottingham Forest, Sheffield United, Tottenham, West Ham and Wolverhampton.
Yep.
So, Arsenal was the first team. Do you want to leave Arsenal till last?
I mean, yeah, I can talk more about Arsenal.
I'm going to get this season's Premier League table up so we know where everybody has finished.
Yeah.
And then we can... There we go.
Yep.
Right. So we'll start with Aston Villa,
Yeah.
who have clinched the Europa Conference League football.
Congratulations to them, by the way. One of my
Yeah.
brothers is a big supporter, so he'll be pretty happy with this.
Yeah. And I didn't expect it from the start of the season.
Do you know what? I actually said to my bro, I said, you keep playing the way you do, I can see you getting Europe.
Yeah.
And I don't think he took me seriously at the time, but it's under Stevie G, don't mind you, but I don't know, I saw something there and I thought, you've got potential going
Well,
Europe,
I saw from
you
the
know?
players' ed side, and I thought they could have a charge for Europe.
Mm.
And it didn't really go to plan under Gerrard.
I think Unai Emery has done the best he can with that team, for this season anyway.
Yeah.
I think he could do even better for next.
Well, speaking of Unai Emery, I think that was the best appointment they could get.
Yeah, definitely.
What he's done to Aston Villa over
Do you
time
agree that
there.
he should be in the manager shortlist?
for who?
He said he was in the top 6 managers because they put him in the manager shortlist for manager of the season.
Okay, yeah, I agree.
Do you agree? Okay.
Because Villa were horrendous.
I know. But I'm
And
just
now they've got
thinking of
European
clubs
football.
like your Gary O'Neill's at Bournemouth that didn't even get a sniff.
Nah.
I think he should.
They're
yeah,
about where
shout.
they're about where they should be.
I think he's done an amazing job.
15th.
I mean, they survived.
They've survived,
season.
yeah, fair enough. But,
Everyone put them to go down.
but when Villa were down there, looked like they were going to have a horrendous season, relegation battle.
They could have been, yeah.
And now they've just been taken over.
Mm-hmm.
They've now just got clinched European football.
Yeah.
But with Villa, speaking of Villa, they've appointed a new director of football.
Yeah.
Former Barcelona one, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah,
Pretty
he
sure
said he
I've
was
read.
leaving, didn't he? Yeah.
So if him and Unai Emery can work some magic. I hear that after Adama Traore, that's what I've heard.
What, from Wolves?
From Barca. Same one though.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm not sold on him
Okay.
because all he was a bit of a pace merchant.
Yeah.
He didn't really have any end product or...
You know what? I'd compare him to Dan James at Fulham.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a stronger version of him then, isn't he, really?
Yeah.
Like,
He is built.
he's built, but would he provide what Villa need? I don't know personally. But I do think they have to trust Unai Emery and this guy they've brought in.
Yeah. Need to give him whatever he wants.
Fully back him.
Yeah.
They've spent quite a lot of money under Gerrard, so whether they will want to spend that much money again remains to be seen, but I think they should. You have to spend to compete at the end of the day, don't you?
You do, yeah.
Yeah.
They could attract some new people in with the European prospect, I suppose.
Yeah. but with European football, they should be able to attract better players.
Yeah.
So that's an interesting time at Aston Villa.
Yeah. I'm happy for them.
Be interested to see where they can go. But they've got ambition.
I do.
They do. They have a lot of ambition. They want to be where they once were.
There's several players that look quite shit under Steven Gerrard that look brilliant now.
Yeah.
Proper coaching gets you somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm afraid to say.
Yeah, I guess Lampard comes into that category as well, don't he?
No, we'll talk about Lampard later on, don't you worry.
Right. So, you got anything else to say about...
Not Villa, no. I just want to say a big congratulations for getting into Europe.
We'll do like a prediction for all of them at the end of it.
Yeah.
But congratulations, Villa. Unai Emery, fantastic.
Yeah.
Bournemouth.
One more thing to say on Unai Emery, by the way. I'm glad that it's worked out for him this time around, because a lot of people tainted his reputation in this league because of what happened at Arsenal.
I don't think he did bad at Arsenal.
He didn't, but I don't think he was the right man at the end of the day. And I think our fan base really pushed him out the door.
It was straight after Emery, wasn't it? Not straight after Emery, straight after Wenger, wasn't it?
It was about a year and a half, 18 months, and he was gone. So
it was after Wenger. Though,
it was after Wenger. Yeah,
so
he was the first appointment.
Big shoes to fill.
We were expecting big things straight away, and he just didn't have the time nor the players to do it.
Yeah.
Because our players were not great back then.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's my final thing to say on Emery. I think for him to come back and prove some people wrong, I think that's done him a lot of good.
Bournemouth now.
They need to build on this, and I think they need to be building up to get mid-table, if I'm honest.
I think mid-table's a bit of a stretch, personally, for them. I think they'll be lucky to get where they are this season.
I don't know.
I think they need a couple of Premier League proven players in there. A striker.
Definitely.
A couple of wingers, because I was looking at them today, and personally, the players they had on were not Premier League quality, in my opinion.
No.
I don't rate Dominic Solanke. He's a championship forward, in my opinion. That might be a bit of bias because he used to play for Liverpool.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's the man to lead them to a top half finish like you said they should build up towards.
They need to. I mean, if they're ambitious, they should be, I think.
Yeah, but
I'd be encouraged by this.
I personally don't know much about Bournemouth in terms of ambition-wise, whether they are ambitious. But if they're not, they're probably in for a relegation scrap, personally.
Yeah, I agree.
But I feel like they need to sign some Premier League proven players, look at the European market, see what they can bring in.
Yeah.
And maybe they can replicate what they did this season,
Yeah.
but I think mid-table's still a bit of a stretch.
I mean, Gary O'Neill will have a full season in charge this time, though.
Yeah,
so it
he
could
will.
be different.
He will, but I still don't rate him very much.
Yeah, he's done a phenomenal job, because as I say, we didn't expect them to stay up, did we?
No, we didn't.
So that's kind of the reason why I'm saying, let's see what this man can do with a full season, you know?
Yeah, we'll see.
Alright, have you got anything else to say?
No, just the whole transfer thing. Try to buy some Premier League proven players. Goals wins you games at the end of the day. I think that's pretty clear. That's why Everton were a lot of the time in the mud, because we couldn't score. We had Deitch, who was good at building a defensive team. We could defend all right with Deitch, but we couldn't get any goals. So
I do have things to say on that, because seeing some of the stuff today in that game, I thought that's interesting. Okay, but we'll talk about that later on.
Now, I'm happy to move on now to
Brentford.
And I think they've done fantastic.
Yeah, they've done very well.
9th place.
They looked like they were fighting for Europe at one point, and they still were today.
They still were, They still could have got it today.
They could have, yeah.
I think. No, or did they? Did they win?
They could have. They could have done, but I don't know if they won or not.
But they did win.
They did.
But Tottenham and Villa also won, didn't they?
Yeah. So okay. So Thomas Frank has done a fantastic job at Brentford, I think.
Yeah.
Done very well. It's a shame Ivan Toney is now banned for 8 months, because I think they really could have needed him.
They're going to need a striker next season.
But they are going to need to buy a striker now.
Who's going to replicate that many goals as well.
Yeah, well, this is a trouble.
Yeah.
How can you replace that?
Yeah, because if you get anybody else that scored the amount of goals he's scored, that's probably 60, 70 plus million, and I don't think they've got that kind of money.
No. Well, if they do, then they're not going to get anyone else, are they?
Yeah, exactly. And so they're going to have to look in Europe, I think, for somebody. But for me, all they've got to do is keep doing what they're doing.
Yeah. Honestly, just keep staying up in the top half, and
hopefully they have another European
need to do.
fight next season. I'd love to see them in Europe.
Same. I would have loved to see them in. I think Europa they could have potentially got in if they would kept the form up.
Yeah.
But they just suddenly dipped a bit, and I think it's because of the whole uncertainty over Ivan's thing.
Sun's going down.
Well, we're not criminal for talking about Brentford like this, okay, guys? We're talking sense here.
Yeah.
Is there anything else to say on Brentford?
No, I just think keep doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
There's nothing more to say about them. Like, well done. Keep doing what you're doing. Back Thomas Frank, obviously.
Yeah.
And yeah,
it's worked out well.
Buy a striker, I think. With Tony out, buy a striker.
Alright, the next one, Brighton and Hove Albion.
I love Brighton.
Oh, Brighton are so nice to watch. You know, when they're not beating your team, they are nice to watch as neutral.
Yeah.
Fuck me, as a rival fan, when they're playing you, they are so frustrating. I hate them, but I love them. I think that's the beauty of them, you know. They're coached so well.
Yeah.
The players know what they're doing.
So when they got rid of, when
Potter
Potter left, I feared for him. I was like, I didn't know whether they would get someone that could replicate or do better than what he's done.
How did they do it? How did Brighton do this?
That's an example of a well fucking run club.
I know.
They take recruitment seriously. They cover all variables. Brilliant.
Do you reckon Graham Potter's success is probably because of how it's run? And this is now replicated into De Zerbi? Not saying that they're bad coaches or anything, but just the hierarchy, the way it's run. Do you think that's partly why they're so successful?
I think it plays a part in it, but I don't think it's the full story. I think it's...
Do you think the coaches emulate that?
Yeah, I think it's a collective.
Yeah.
It's the coaches, it could be the bootman, it could be, the kit man.
Yeah.
I think it's all that coming together.
You know what? They always remind me of Ted Lasso's Richmond, the way that they're run. Because the way that show portrays everyone in the club is that they're all like together. In sync and together. That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah, I can see that.
They're not underdogs so much anymore, are they? Because they've kind of built this narrative that, they can do the unexpected whenever.
I think next season's going to be hard for them. They're going to have a bit of money to play with, though, because obviously...
You're in Europe now, aren't they?
They're in Europe. They're going to be able to attract some players, but they're also losing probably McAllister.
Caicedo, maybe.
Key role for them.
I know.
Caicedo potentially as well. So they're going to need to replace him. I have faith that they will replace him. Or they've already got replacements there because they're so good at recruiting.
I can't even predict who they'd get in, You just can't.
Especially with now Europe, they can get some underrated people to come in.
It'd be interesting to see how they do on the Thursday, Sunday fixtures.
That'd be interesting.
Because I want to see how they rotate now.
I still think they need a striker. I don't know whether they rely on that as much, but when I see Brighton, I don't know who their striker is.
Undav is probably the closest they've got, but he's
not a goal scorer, is he?
Really, I don't think he's good enough at a striker role. I mean, they share the goals, but they need a striker though.
Someone that's just going to carry the load when they do have that European nights, when they're playing a Thursday and then a Saturday or Sunday, whatever. Someone just to carry the load a little bit to relieve some of the pressure off some of the players. Tired legs, but keep doing what they're doing.
I'll definitely keep an eye on them in Europe though.
They're the ones to watch for me. In Europe, in terms, they're the ones.
I think they could really shake Europe up.
Yeah.
I think teams will take them serious.
I think they get to a semi-final.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, I think they get to a semi-final in Europe, and I think they take down the top dog.
Do you reckon?
Sevilla? I wouldn't say Sevilla, but I reckon the team that gets knocked out in the Champions League, that comes down to the Europa League, I reckon Brighton beats them.
Ooh, okay.
That's my.
Probably you fucking arse knowing us.
Could be. First season in, you come third in your league, then you get dropped down to the Europa League and get beat by Brighton.
Our pot might be really bad,
Could be. You never know.
I think Bayern Munich is in our pot, They could be.
What's it been drawn? It's not been drawn yet, is it?
It's not been drawn, but just seeing it, the pots, I'm like, they're gonna put us with the tough ones, aren't they?
I think you can take Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich aren't what they were.
You don't remember we lose 5-1.
What, every time you play them, pretty much?
Yeah. We lost 5-1 twice.
Times have changed.
And this was like 6-7 years ago or
yeah,
some
times
shit.
change. You've got Arteta now. They're on the downward spiral.
Bayern.
Yeah, they nearly lost the league.
They did. They did.
The reign's nearly over. Right, back to the Premier League though.
Yeah. Burnley.
Promoted.
Very well deserved.
I'm happy for them because it did look grim for them.
Didn't watch any of the Championship though. I couldn't.
I've seen bits, and I've kept a little bit in tune with Burnley, simply because of FM, pretty much. Because I play FM, I see some of the players I brought in. So I then kept an eye on him, and obviously Jackson, my brother's a very big Vincent Kompany fan, so he's always kept an eye on him and rooted for him. So I've had some little bit of insight, not as much as probably him, but a little bit of insight, and back Vincent Kompany and keep Vincent Kompany is my only thing for him.
Yeah.
Keep Vincent Kompany.
You know what? I still fear for him going to that club there.
I don't think he will.
I don't think he would either, but
That's risky going there.
it is. But they've still not got a manager though.
They still haven't, no.
We'll talk about them later, because
Yeah.
I've got a lot to say on them as well. This is not just from a rival fan standpoint, I'm talking realistic standpoint. But yeah.
But back to Burnley, I think just back Vincent Kompany, money wise, I don't think they're going to have the money to spend.
No.
But the loan market is where they're going to have to thrive. And then whether they can get some of them Man City youngsters they had on a loan again or permanent.
He's going to need to use his connections.
At Man
100%.
City, yeah. Be interesting to see how he does, because will he be another Gerrard and Frank Lampard? Because look at how well that they did well in the Champions. Well, Frank Lampard did well in the Championship, didn't he? With Derby, very well.
Did he? Oh.
Yeah. Then came to Chelsea, did well first season. Then obviously didn't go to plan. Kept Everton up in the Premier League. Then he obviously got sacked, and now to Chelsea again, interim. He's not in a good environment in my opinion to succeed anywhere at the moment there. So I don't fully blame him for how Chelsea are playing at the moment. Just the environment's not good in my opinion. And then Gerrard did very well at Rangers, Champions League, Europa League and all that. Playing very well. Come here, it's not really worked.
Big league.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how Kompany does. Kompany did well in Club Brugge, was it he was at?
I don't know.
He was in Belgium before he came to Burnley. So it'll be interesting to see how he does and whether he is just another manager, that's a former player that's just going to flop in the end.
We'll see.
We'll see.
I mean, it goes on to Chelsea next, where Frank is at the moment.
Well, I think it's Pochettino we've got to be talking about.
Well, Poch is there now. He has been confirmed.
I think that's a perfect appointment, in my opinion.
We will see, because I don't know.
If I looked at who was available and who they could
They've
get,
probably got the best.
they've got the best they could get.
Yeah, I agree, but I don't know.
I also think they need someone like Poch, because when Poch took over Tottenham, they weren't a Champions League team. They needed a rebuild, they needed a restructure, they needed to you know. And I feel like Chelsea are in a similar position now.
I think Chelsea are arguably worse than that.
Yeah, I would agree.
It's going to take 2 seasons at least to get them back, I think.
Yeah, but the way they've been splashing money, it could take them a season, to be honest.
I mean, you've seen what splashing money to get gotten, though.
Yeah, but I think that's Todd Bowley splashing money. I don't think it's the manager splashing money.
Well, man, how is the manager going to compete with that, though? How is he going to tell the manager to stop doing what he do?
I don't think Poch would go there if he didn't have full control.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I don't think Poch is that gullible.
I don't know. Do you not think that he just wants to get back in the Prem and prove himself, though?
No, I don't.
I'm better than you, Tottenham. I can still do it.
No, I think he loves Tottenham still. I don't think he has any ill intentions towards Tottenham.
No?
No, whatsoever.
Even to Mr. Levy?
Mr. Levy, potentially. Because I think he's one of the worst owners in the Premier League.
Yeah.
I think he's second
What, worse than your owners?
Not worse than our owners. He's second worst, but he's not worse than our owners. At least they're still up there.
Yeah.
Somewhat. But, yeah.
It'll be very interesting to see where Poch. I want to see him get back in top 4 again. That's what his aim has to be, or at least Europe.
I think his aim has to be European football.
Yeah.
whether that's Conference or Europa
Do
League.
you reckon?
Yeah.
Chelsea in the Conference League.
I think they've got to accept that they were 12th this season. Outside
I
the top
know.
half.
I know.
They've got some players, like, it's like they've played FM, they've not actually thought about
They've got the players to do it. They just need coaching.
I don't think they do. I think they've splashed the cash on anybody. That's like they're playing FIFA or FM, Chad.
Yeah, I agree.
I think about more who I'm going to sign in FM than they've thought about who they're going to sign in real life.
Tell you what, I think when some clubs have gone out to look for players in that January window, they've gone, let's just take them away, shall we?
Yeah, they've probably seen somebody's fucking video on YouTube or some guy doing like Rabonas or some shit, and they're going, fucking hell, he's good. Let's give him fucking 80 million.
Like Mudryk, he just nabbed him off of us for no reason, other than just for the sake of it.
I think he's a flop.
Oh, I think we dodged the bullet.
I think you dodged the bullet. You're lucky.
But
then again, if he came into you in the atmosphere you were having at that club at the moment,
yeah,
could he have?
About that. Think about that. Different coaches, different environment. Yeah.
Yeah. I think the environment's killed him, and I think I can't see him recovering from it.
Man, Chelsea have had their worst ever Premier League season. Do you know that?
Yeah.
I mean,
it's a shame. Well, I do have a soft spot for Chelsea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're alright. They're not too bad, Chelsea. I mean, to think they won the Champions League 2 years ago and they're there now.
I have a soft spot for them, but I don't think they're like Everton.
No.
Because I saw when everyone was predicting who was going down, a lot of Chelsea people said Everton were fucking going down. They wanted Everton to go down.
I know Liverpool certainly wanted you lot going down.
They don't realistically. They don't want us going down. They want the derby. Let's be honest.
I mean,
if they didn't have a derby, they'd be
the
miserable.
derby would be. I wanted that.
They want the derby realistically.
I want the derby.
Just to boost their ego. Like us being in Championship doesn't do anything for them. They want to play us and they want to beat us.
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
Right then. Crystal Palace next.
Well, Chelsea. I've got some more things to say.
I got some more things. Okay.
Transfer wise, let the manager handle it.
Yeah.
That's what I've got to say. Let the manager handle it. Todd Bowley, sit on your fucking super yacht in fucking Morocco or some shit, or Monaco, and stay there. Right, that's what I've got to say.
Okay. Crystal Palace.
That's an interesting one for me, because I honestly do not know. They're going to lose Zaha.
Yeah.
At the end of contract. Roy Hodgson's in charge at the moment. Whether he'll stay, I don't know.
They might offer him another year.
Don't think that's wise.
No, I don't.
I think they were lucky. They were lucky. Like they're just going back, aren't they? You know?
They are. They don't know how to go forward.
Yeah.
They need
tried
a new
to,
manager.
and it didn't work out. But now they need to try again. And they're not. They're cowering back to the comfort of Roy Hodgson.
He's not going to be there forever.
No.
He's aging. He's aging away.
He's too old now, in my opinion.
He's done very, very well. I give him his due. He's changed the way he played, and it's worked a miracle for him.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, I don't know. They need to get another manager in first before they even think about any players.
But who is the question? There's not many
know.
Premier League managers you can get really that can.
Who would go to Palace realistically and do what they're doing now?
I do not know.
I don't. Oh man.
Yeah, I think you'd. I'm only advising more anything for them to do well next season. They've got to move on.
Yeah.
I know he's done well there, and Palace fans might hate me, but they've got to move on. It looks like they're taking a step back, and it's worked. The short term, it's worked. But if you're thinking about a long term, no.
No.
They've got to be smart about it.
They do. Alright then. Are we leaving Everton?
Yeah, we'll leave them to that.
Right, Fulham.
Marco Silva, take a bow, son.
Yeah.
In my opinion, we did get rid of him too early.
You know more about this man than I do.
We got rid of him too early. I think he's underrated.
Marco Silva's better than him now, guys.
He's underrated. I think we did get rid of him a little bit too early, but then again, the football wasn't that great near the end. We were struggling. Maybe it was the right choice to let him go, but he's proven us wrong. But I also think he was in a club that wasn't run well, and now he's in a club that's ran better. So he's succeeded, and he's done a fantastic job. Top half. Pretty sure they were 10th, I want to say.
Yeah.
That's really
I'm pretty sure they were top half, yeah. I think they were 9th, were they? 10th, okay.
Fantastic.
Nearly promoted club, man, getting there. It's very, very good.
Very, very good. For next season, I think they get the Carvalho on loan from Liverpool, bring him back. Liverpool want to loan him out. I think he'd do fantastic for him.
Yeah.
Mitrovic is good. I don't know how many goals he scored this season.
He's scored quite a few,
He
actually.
scored quite a few. I think
That ban they really ruined that form of theirs. So I think if he hadn't been on that ban, they would have finished a bit higher, possibly.
yeah.
We'll never know now, but I think that really messed them up. That FA Cup game.
Yeah, back Marcus Silva is all I'm going to say. And I think they've
Yeah.
got some good people in there that can run that club, that can help with recruitment and stuff. And I think back Marcus Silva, get Carvalho back, in my opinion, because I'd love to see him back in a Fulham shirt and actually tear it up in the Premier League, because I think he's underrated.
He's not used enough at Liverpool.
And I also think he's more of a cam. Like, I don't know whether he does play cam more for Fulham he did or not. I think he's a cam. I think Liverpool don't really play with a cam, do they?
Not really, no.
They play with more defensive striker, don't they? Sort of.
Fabinho
Yeah.
is the kind of guy they use in that.
Yeah.
Alright, then there's anything else to say for them?
Back manager, back Marcus Silva.
Now, Liverpool's an interesting one because they have had a really good end to the season, but ultimately it's not been good enough.
I don't think they have had a good end to the season. I think it's been kind of bland.
And it's not been pretty football, has it? It's only been by an odd
4-4
goal
against
into
Southampton, who's got nothing to play for.
Yeah, I know, but he played his BC team though. Yeah, but I think Jurgen's got to clear out a lot of deadwood this window.
Midfield especially, he needs midfielders in. My suggestion would be Casido.
Yeah.
Personally, get Casido in. You're not going to get Bellingham now.
No.
Get Casido in. Maybe one more midfielder, someone who's got legs who can run. I would also revamp the front line. I would see if you could get Mane back personally.
Yeah.
He's on his way out from the looks of it at Bayern, so I would try to get Mane back if I was them. A striker as well, I think.
I mean, I'd personally be putting Trent in midfield and getting that right back, you know. Because he can't defend to save his life, Trent, but he's brilliant going forward for Liverpool, I think.
There is talk of them doing that, well, in the past there was, but
I think they should do it.
I don't think they can do it straight away. They need to ease him into it.
He looks like he's ready now. I mean, he's just very good at it. But yeah.
We'll see.
Luton Town. What have you got to say about Luton Town?
Well done.
Yeah.
That's not what long ago. They were non-league, I don't think.
9 years.
Yeah.
9 years.
Well run. You know.
Brilliant stadium.
Former Kingston Town plays from. I think he's our age.
Is he?
Yeah, he used to play for Lynn. He did, and then he got bought by Peterborough United, and he ain't been there long. And he got bought by fucking Luton.
Oh wow.
And now he's in the fucking Premiership.
Yeah.
I think he wanted my cousin.
Did he?
Yeah. So I could have been, you know, related to a Premier League football player, you know. But if I would have got my way, but she didn't fuck with him like that, so it didn't work out.
There you go. Brilliant stadium.
Yeah.
Love that stadium.
They're getting a new one, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Won't be ready though.
Yeah.
But they need to do something to that stadium though, don't they?
You have to walk through someone's back garden, don't you, or some shit?
Can't walk through someone's house.
Yeah, fucking hell.
Imagine the VAR lot sitting in the living room watching TV or some shit.
For me, sign Premier League proven players.
Yeah.
Just to help you out that a little bit more. I think they're going to be one of the favourites to go down.
Yeah, will be, yeah.
But they need to look at the past success of these other clubs that have stayed up and see what they've done that. Because there's going to be a pattern there. So they need to...
They've proven they've got heart, but they need to do more with it, I think.
Yeah.
You know?
Be interested to see how they do, but I think Premier League proven. And if they are on the relegation zone, don't sack the manager.
No.
Keep him.
He's done a good job, that manager, hasn't he?
Yeah.
From what I've seen. I've not watched a lot of Luton, but yeah.
I know some Luton fans, so they're very happy with him.
Right, is anything else to say?
No, I think let's get some Premier League proven players and just...
I mean, do we even need to talk about Man City or not?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What do you want to say?
Sell Haaland and give everybody a chance. Nah, but seriously, congratulations, fully deserved. I know some people have a bit of sour taste towards Man City. I personally don't. I know a lot of people point at the numbers and the checks. Me personally, I don't. I think that's a little bit redundant and not fully fair, because this day and age, football is money.
Yeah.
Look at Chelsea. You can spend all the money you want in the world, but if you haven't got a world-class manager and world-class staff, you're not going to get anywhere. And so Man United fans can point fingers. You spent 80 odd million on Maguire, you've got yourselves to blame. Chelsea, they point fingers. You spent fucking I don't know how much money, and you're 12th.
Yeah.
Arsenal, you don't particularly spend money. You spent a bit of money this season. We
spent smart this season, I think.
I think you spent smart. You weren't really in when people looked at the beginning of the season. You weren't in a title race at all.
No,
but you were, so you haven't really flopped. But I still don't think you can point point fingers at City and say, "Oh, you're just oil club." Because they look at Chelsea, look at United.
I mean, I agree, but they're not run very well though.
Exactly. So, but how can you then suddenly point City out for money when they're just run well?
They've got charges floating over them, Sammy.
They have got charges floating over them, but have they been convicted yet?
No, they've not been convicted. But
that's why
we need to keep putting it into account and talk about it.
Because if anything, Chelsea should now be investigated.
It should be, yeah. I agree with you.
Because that was ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. I mean, we're somehow investigating your club for whatever reason.
I understand that, because we were stupid.
Really? Why?
We'll get into that.
Okay. Cheers. Anything else to say, Man City?
Yeah.
I hope you don't win the treble, by the way. I don't want you winning the treble.
I wanted to do it. I wanted to win the Champions League. Because after that, Pep's probably gone. Think about it. What else?
Nah, Pep's staying.
But in the long term, he's there for probably one more season. What else is he? What is the motivation behind Man City anymore when he's won it all? The only thing that's eluding him is the Champions League. What is there to do then? He's won the Premier League 3 times in a row now. Yeah. He's won the FA Cup I don't know how many times. The Carabao Cup. What is there to do? What is the motivation? What drives you to go forward?
Nothing.
Maybe you get the
really.
Champions League twice.
Nothing.
But what do you do after that?
Nothing really, is there? But I just want to.
You are, in my opinion, they're coming to the end of the Pep Guardiola Man City era. He's done it all. Realistically, where he goes next, I don't know. I can't see him being there the rest of his life.
No, he won't be. He'll leave some point.
But where he goes, I don't know. I don't think he'll go back to Spain unless Barcelona sort shit out. Bayern potentially. But somewhere he's not been before, I don't think. Or has he?
I think he has been at Bayern.
He hasn't he? Yeah, he has. To Italy then.
Yeah, Italy.
Would be next, I'd think.
Where would he go though? Juventus maybe?
Juventus is a bit of a rebuild. I don't know. I honestly don't know where he would go. Because before I'd say he'd go back to Barca.
Maybe.
But I don't know. Do not know. But I don't think he's going to be there forever. I think 2-3 more seasons and he's gone.
Alright, Man United.
Back Ten Hag was what I've got to say about them. They did alright this season, I thought.
Yeah,
but
they've done
back
very
Ten Hag.
Well. Very well.
I'm praying you don't get these new owners. Because I've heard something in the pipeline. I'm praying that they don't get them.
I have been following that one, and
you might not have heard what I've heard.
No, who they're getting.
We'll get into that in a minute.
Okay.
I'm going to leave that. Whether it was true or not, I don't know. But fingers crossed that it doesn't happen for Man United. Realistically, Glazers have spent money for you.
They have.
Like, as much as you complain about them, they have spent money for you. It wasn't wisely at the end of the day.
No.
But I don't think that's fully down to them.
They've inflated that market, you know. It's their fault. I think.
Yeah, I agree. Maguire for that much money, questionable. But back Ten Hag, that's all I've got to say really for them. Build on what you've got this season.
Yeah.
As much as I have people, I think De Gea should have left ages ago. I think he's warranted to stay. He's proved himself this season. He can still do it. So originally I thought he was past it, and they needed a new goalkeeper.
He's won the Golden Glove, isn't he?
That scared the shit out of me because I thought they'd go for Pickford. But
do you reckon Pickford would actually have gone?
I don't know. we've seen now. But just build on what you've did this season, I think. But overall, very good.
I agree.
Newcastle.
They're ahead of schedule, you know.
They are ahead of schedule. Their business is not as good as people would. It needs to be. I think they need to sharpen up a little bit and do a little bit more scouting. Anthony Gordon being one of them they've fucking bottled.
He played today as well.
He's fucking shite.
He started today.
He's fucking shite. Eddie Howe must be fucking drunk when he went, fucking let's sign that Gordon from Everton. Other than that, I think they've done alright.
Yeah.
We've robbed them blind, let's be honest. Absolutely, but we've pulled their pants down on all sorts. They've been violated by a club that's not fucking well run, so that's embarrassing for them.
I love the way you talk about Gordon.
He's fucking shite, honestly. He's fucking so shit. But keep doing what they're doing.
They deserve to be where they are.
Yeah, I hope they do well in the Champions League. I know Everton and Newcastle, they have a bit of static. We don't really like each other that much because they think they're bigger than us when really they're not. If you look at history, but
yeah,
they're doing big things now, which is what matters at the end of the day. So, just congratulations. The only reason you're there is because of the takeover, let's be honest. Because we might actually you'd be probably championship.
Yeah.
At the moment, so you're lucky. Not often that happens to a club, but you're very lucky. But so, well done. Good luck to you. Hope you do well in the Champions League.
Yeah.
Have a nice little run in that. That'd be good for you. You're not going to win it, obviously, but a nice little run would be good. Beat some good teams potentially.
Now they'll go and win it, son.
Haaland will have a thing to say about that.
Jesus Christ, I hope not, man.
But yeah, keep doing what you're doing.
Alright then.
Forest.
They're a bit of a mixed bag for me.
They signed too many players and too many players that weren't good enough. They signed almost like 2 squads, didn't they?
They signed 26 players, I'm pretty sure.
Jesus Christ, like what?
They're a lot.
What were they doing?
That's what they plugged in for that shit.
What are they doing?
I think your manager's good.
Who's the manager now?
Steve Cooper's still managing.
He's alright.
Yeah, he is alright. I mean, it's not.
I don't know what he was thinking of recruitment wise, but
it's not spectacular football, but it's good football for what the club is, you know?
Yeah.
Like, to get them staying up, it's good, very good. I have nothing but respect. But there's been some upsets that they've caused this season to clubs, and I respect it. Whether you can carry that on and keep in the top flight remains to be seen.
Yep.
But yeah, I think you need
I think they're in for a tough season next season, but they need to recruit smart. I don't think they'll recruit smart this season, but they need to recruit smart this next season coming in.
It did take a while for them to click.
Yeah,
players, didn't it?
I agree. I think Brennan Johnson's a standout for me.
Yeah.
Took him a while to get going, I thought, but now he's gone, getting going, he's doing alright. Happy for him. But yeah.
Sheffield United have returned.
They're on for a long season, in my opinion.
Do you reckon?
Yeah. They got a couple of good players. I like the centre back, the Bosnian. I think he's very good. I can't remember his name, so I'm not really going to try.
No.
But I'm a fan of him. I'm a fan of the Indai or some shit. I probably butchered that, but I'm a fan of him. He's very good. So they've got some good players. I don't mind Brewster, even though he's an ex-Liverpool. So they've got some good players. I think it'll be they need to recruit wisely, get some good Premier League proven players in, just to shore up. And I think they'll survive. Then they need to build onto that. On top of that. I don't know who the manager is at the moment, because they did have Dean Smith, didn't they?
They did.
But he left, obviously.
They left.
That's quite funny. He's gone down and they've gone up. Idiot. What an idiot. What a fucking idiot.
Oh, Sam.
But yeah. Anything you got to say about Sheffield United, or you haven't been following them?
Not really. I just want to see what they're made of in the Prem.
So I'm happy for Sheffield United, because that was my FM club when we had a massive save and we were all championship clubs, and I went Sheffield United, got into the Premiership, did bits with them. So yeah, happy for them.
Right. We're Tottenham Hotspur. No,
Get a manager.
this is a club that we could say a lot about, you know.
Get a manager.
Get a manager.
Get a manager.
I mean, you've been bloody snubbed by about 2 or 3 managers at this point, haven't they?
I don't think Tottenham have been snubbed. I think Daniel Levy's been subbed.
Do you reckon?
Yeah. He's just an idiot, really, isn't he? He ain't got a
He
clue.
is.
He ain't got a clue. He's a businessman, not
He
a
is.
football club owner.
You think about the type of venues they've got at that club, in that stadium. All their success is built off of non-football related things.
Yeah.
And I just think it's a circus act at this moment in time.
Yeah.
They're not a football club, really, are they?
No.
And
They should have got Poch. They should
have
Levy
brought him
should have
back.
done whatever he could.
should have
got
brought
on
him
his
back.
knees.
the fans would have absolutely loved Levy for doing that, I think.
Yeah. He should have got on his knees, begged for him, offered him happy hour.
I think he's embarrassed to do it, though,
Yeah.
personally. Because that hasn't worked since he
'Cause
has left.
it would look bad if he then reappointed him.
It would look bad.
But
But wouldn't that just be a way of him saying, I've made a mistake, we'll get him back again, we'll see what happens, yeah?
yeah, and if it doesn't work out, then he knows that he was right,
Yeah.
and the fans then owe him an apology.
I mean, they've got to clear out a lot of dead wood as well, you know, Spurs.
They
They've got
have
some
not
shit
recruited
in
wisely. They have not moved
there.
players.
They
on
need
that
at
should be
least
moved on.
4 defenders now, you know? I think a lot of them are washed.
Yeah, they need a whole back line. They need a goalkeeper. I think they need a couple of midfielders. I think they need a winger. I
They've
need
got-
to sell Kane, to be honest with you.
I think Kane deserves to go to a better club, you know?
Yeah, and I also think they can't
Can't
rely on him
either.
for much longer because he's
'Cause
not
he
young.
needs to win things now, you know?
He's at a stage where he should win things.
If he retires now without a trophy to
Yeah.
his name, it's criminal at Tottenham.
Yeah,
you know?
I also think they need to move on because they can't rely on him forever.
No, he'll be 30 soon.
Yeah, like it's not an ideal age to build a club or team around someone like Harry Kane.
No.
You need to plan for the future.
Mm.
Because you're not in a place where you can sit back and go, "Oh, we've got Harry Kane, that's fine. We're a Champions League and all that."
I mean,
You're in a
either
space
gonna
now
have
where you need to rebuild.
rely on Richarlison and get him playing better, or get someone in that can score you a load of goals. But obviously, you're never going to get anyone like a Harry Kane ever again. I get that, but
Yeah, the better
You know?
option would be you sell Richarlison back to Everton. Dirt
here we
cheap,
go.
Dirt cheap and problem solved.
You want him back so much, don't you?
Yeah,
I know you do.
I treat him so badly there.
Mm.
Just ain't got the best out of me, haven't you?
I just wish he wouldn't take his shirt off every time he thinks he scored a goal.
He's passionate. I rate it. Passion, mate.
Yeah, but it doesn't get him anywhere except a yellow card, Sam.
It's fine. Play's fine.
I think he's perfect for a Tottenham club, you know? He fits them to a T, I think.
You reckon?
I think he does. They just need to treat him a bit better and develop him better, you know?
I think he's already developed to quite a good standard. They just don't use them or utilise
No,
them.
they don't use him.
And
They've not used a lot of their players they got in that last summer.
I feel like Richarlison.
But everyone's saying they
Richarlison's
won
a
the
conf-
transfer market. There's a lot of players there that have either not played or have been injured,
Sort
you
of
know?
flopped, yeah. Like Richarlison's a confidence player and a passion player. If he's passionate about your club, he will do wonders for you. Because look how much he loved us.
He did.
Still loves us.
Do you reckon he'd actually come back?
Oh, in a heartbeat. Does not want to run like this though.
He needs to mature people out.
We'll talk about that in a bit.
Alright then. I mean, is there anything else to really say about
No,
Tottenham?
get a manager.
Just get a manager, yeah.
Get a manager to clear out.
I mean, talking about managers, West Ham United, should they get rid of Moyes now or should they stay with Moyes?
If they win the Conference League, keep him. If they don't, sack him.
Because I can't make sense of David Moyes. There's one minute where I think, you're absolutely shite, mate. But then there's somehow just start playing well again. But is that down to the player's own intuition or his management?
Don't know.
Because I don't get it anymore. You
I
know?
do not know. I stopped following David Moyes after he flopped at Man United.
Did you?
Yeah. He left us to go to Man United. It didn't work out for him.
No.
He was, obviously, he went elsewhere and failed. I think he's been Sunderland, I think, once. Didn't work out. Then how the hell he got the West Ham job, I will never know. But,
I mean, the man looks like he's a ghoul or something and wants to go in his grave.
yeah. I think
He's going to lose Rice no matter what.
you're
now,
going to
I
lose
think.
Rice, I think. But you're going to have to recruit wisely. I don't think you recruit very good this season.
No.
But just recruit wisely.
He needs to use his signings as well. That Skamaka is absolutely... I don't understand that one.
Yeah.
Alright, Wolverhampton Wanderers.
Well, there's an interesting thing I heard today. Apparently Lopetegui wants out.
Does he?
He's not happy.
He's done really well though.
I
I think he's had a very successful season for the time he's had.
think the end of it didn't go very well.
No, I mean,
But obviously the
beaten
start was
5-0 today.
But apparently he's not very happy, is what I heard, and there could be talk of him going.
Is the ownership not very good?
I don't know. Do not know.
Oh, that's interesting. Well, where's he going to go though?
Back to Spain, probably.
Oh. How the fuck are they going to get in? Could you imagine if you get Nuno back?
Probably the smartest choice, really, isn't it, to be honest?
Christ, imagine that. That would be going backwards. That'd be even worse than Crystal Palace in
I
my
don't think it would be.
I do.
Because at least with Nuno, you played some good football, entertaining football, and you did somewhat well at one point.
Yeah, I guess.
Palace have always been in the same spot with.
I just think Nuno would be the safe option for Wolves, though. If I'm honest.
I don't know who they'd get though.
I don't know.
I'd get
who
Potter.
do. Potter?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be very interesting. You
What's
know.
Tottenham doing?
Tottenham should be getting him in.
I know he
You know.
flopped into our Chelsea, but get him in.
I would.
You got Basuma there, who's worked with before.
Yeah. He knows people, doesn't he?
Get Potter in.
Yeah, I would get Potter in. He deserves it, man. I still think he can be a good coach.
So do I. He had one bad experience at Chelsea. That's because Chelsea's run like shit out.
It's true. I mean, bloody, if he was at Wolves, man, I think they'd be way up, you know. They need, I don't know how
I
they...
think Tottenham's best bet. Get Potter in.
If Lopetegui leaves, I don't know where they go from there, you know. I don't. He's a big reason why they're where they are now.
Yeah, I don't know where they go.
Alright, I mean, who are you talking about first? Arsenal or Everton?
We'll go Arsenal.
Yeah?
Yeah, they're in alphabetical order, so we'll go Arsenal.
Alright, I mean...
What have we got to say about Arsenal? Everyone calls you a bottle jobs.
Yeah.
I don't agree because you were never favoured to be in that position from the get-go. So what have you bottled if you were... In my opinion, even from day one, haven't I said Man City were going to win the league?
He did, yeah.
Even when you were top, I said Man City were going to win the league.
Still did, yeah. He still did.
And you were like, you were questioning me a little bit. I was like, no, Man City will win the league.
I was, yeah.
And
Cause
so in my opinion, you were never going to be in that. You were never going to be there forever. You were going to have your spell.
I believed in my team, you know.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
respect
I
that.
have to do that.
But in my eyes, you never bottled anything because it was never yours from the get-go.
No.
Even when you were top and City were chasing you.
Mm. Yeah, that's two reasons why we didn't get it, and I think it's one, we ran out of legs because we didn't have the squad,
Yeah.
and two, I think the injuries really fucked us over, especially the Saliba injury.
Yeah.
I think cost us defensively. We've been letting in a lot of goals since he's been gone for the last few months. It's a real shame, but I'm glad I've had the fortnight to process it and just get used to it a bit. It doesn't hurt as much now, really. I just don't want them winning the treble and us having a hand in it, because that's what I don't want them to do it, because that hurts me more if we allowed them to get one part of the puzzle. You know?
See, for me, I don't think it was ever yours. Everyone thought Man City would win the league.
Because it was in our hands and we threw it away because we just somehow gave it away. We just couldn't control the games when it mattered, and these were just...
I think it does go back to the Everton game too.
Select games. Nah, it wasn't the Everton game. I think it was the West Ham game when he missed the penalty, Saka. That's what did it for me.
Yeah, could have been. Well, they all count up though, don't they?
They do. That could have been...
Because you were quite a little fair. You had a comfortable cushion ahead of them for a period of time.
We did. That's why it was so, like...
It took a while for City to properly get going, I thought.
You did. I just wish it went down to the wire. We should have challenged them a bit longer, you know. Yeah. Where we go forward from now is we're in the Champions League again for the first time in 7 years. Very well fucking done to Mikel Arteta, you know. I don't think anyone expected that man to succeed. I really don't. I was baffled by that choice.
I thought he would do well because he's Pep's understudy.
That's what hope I had for him, because that was the only thing I could think of was, okay, this is your first time in management, but you've been in the background. Let's see what you can do. Took him a little bit to get going, I admit, but he's done what we've wanted from day one. But now suddenly we're disappointed because we've not won a title. I'm sorry, that wasn't our aim at the start, was it?
No, Champions League football probably.
Yeah, we got it. I want us to go deep in it. I want quarterfinals at least, for me.
Yeah,
but
I'd
that's
agree.
if we recruit properly. Because we're not doing it with that squad. I'm sorry, it's not quite good enough.
For me, you need one or two starters, I think.
Yeah.
But I think mainly you need depth, squad depth.
We do. We need a bench. That bench I saw today. No, not good enough. There's certainly some players out on their way out now, I think. Granit Xhaka has probably played his last
I
game.
think that's the right decision, in my opinion.
He's said goodbye. He scored 2 goals today. He's done out the best he could. A few years ago it looked like it was over, and I'm really proud that it turned out well for him.
Yeah.
I think some of our loanee players from this season might be on their way out as well, I think. But we're starting to tie down players to new contracts as well, which I'm really happy about because they believe in the project. And I think we need to give the manager a new contract as well, personally, because he's about to go in his last year. And I keep seeing the Spain rumours. Him going to Barcelona or Real Madrid, personally. And I don't want it to happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really impressed with how Arsenal have played, and that was some very beautiful football and certain games. I just think we need to tighten up again defensively, get some more in that area. Maybe a few more midfielders and possibly another calibre of striker. We need someone a bit more like a Haaland-esque type player. Taller, more physical, because our players we got up front are all on the short and more pacey, speedy, agility side.
Yeah.
Whereas we need someone that can hold up the ball and, you know, get by like that. But yeah, I'm very impressed with Arsenal. They've really outdone themselves, and I just want us to carry it on this next season and just keep competing, you know? Yeah, that's all I've got to say.
Yeah, from an outsider, I think Arsenal need to get some depth.
Yeah.
Back Mikel Arteta.
Yeah,
Right. A couple of starters you need, but I think depth is the big one for you. And I think you'll be fine. I think you could even have another title challenge next season if you sort your depth out and get 1 or 2 players in.
Honestly, the title challenge depends on whether all them teams that underperformed this season comes back again.
Yeah, because you can't count out Liverpool.
You cannot.
United are getting better and better.
Chelsea either.
You don't. Chelsea are like you don't know.
Newcastle.
Tottenham, I think even Tottenham you don't know, to be honest with you.
I don't think Tottenham will be as good as them sort of teams.
No.
Personally, that's why I'm not putting them in the top 4. If I'm predicting.
But yeah, Newcastle as well. They're up. Aston
Brighton.
Villa. I think Aston Villa and Brighton you can't really
Brighton,
count out.
I can't count out either. There's several. This is why this league is so good, you know. Yeah. Alright, Everton, last but not least. They survived today. They've retained their Premier League status by a thread. What have you got to say on that?
The message doesn't change. Get the fuck out. Honestly, get the fuck out. Farhad, you can thank us for our support by getting the fuck out. Ken Wright, go to a retirement home.
Go to the care home down the road.
Dennis, Braxton down, fuck off. Sharp, I know you're a former Everton player, but all you've done is sugarcoat everything. I'm sorry to say this, but fuck off. Like, For Everton, what Everton need to happen next season is the board needs to go and the owner needs to go, or the owner needs to make drastic changes. That's the only way we can survive. In terms of management, I'm happy with Dyche staying. If we were to get somebody else in, I'm not fully opposed. It just depends who it is. Recruitment wise, I feel like we're going to have, because of the situation we're in, we're going to have to sell before we can buy.
Yeah, I agree. I said this to you earlier, didn't I?
There's 3 parties I've seen that are interested in Everton. One wants a 20% stake, but will have like a more control over the running of the club, and that's the one I'm mainly interested in because of who it's by and what they do. They run McLaren and a few other successful places, and they're very good at running a business, and hopefully, well, one of them runs the Phoenix Suns NBA team, so hopefully he can run us better. That means some of the board will be getting the boot, which is what needed. Fahad will still be there, but if he does that and lets them take more of control, I don't have a problem with him still being there. The other one is 7 something members or some shit. I'm a little bit more concerned about them. I don't know what I read about them, but they seem like they're more of the type that take over a club and then sell them on later on.
Right.
I did see some, I don't know whether it was the McLaren owner or the 7-7, but they were going to take a different style of recruitment. It would be more in depth and more analytical and stuff, which I was very happy to see. And then the other one is, now I don't know how true this is, but I have read that it's a possibility if this Man United deal doesn't go through.
Oh, Sheikh doesn't go for you guys.
That's what I've heard.
Because I've heard rumours that he might go for a Tottenham or somewhere. Well, somewhere in the Premier League if it doesn't work out for them.
Yeah, I've heard Everton.
Oh.
He's apparently he's looked at us as a potential option simply because all he would have to do at our club is just clear our debt a little bit.
Yeah.
Stadium's already been bought. Our facilities are already alright. But if he went to Man United, he's got to build a new stadium because Old Trafford's
decaying.
It's decaying. New training ground. Then players.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
A lot of money.
Especially
when if he just comes to us, the stadium's already been bought. All he's got to do now is clear our debt and buy some players.
Yeah. It's probably peanuts for him, isn't it?
Yep. So I would love that to happen, but I still think he's going to United.
I keep hearing that Sir Jim is in pole position for that. The Glazers want to stay, and they want to have the stakes from him and stay in power. I know.
Well then, this is
it's
Qatar, and that's trying to buy him, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Qatar.
Right, Qatar. My name's Sam Bunton. You're probably not going to see this, but if you do, buy our football club, please, Everton. You can change our kits to whatever colour you want. It could be white and red. I know we hate Liverpool, but I'm happy to have red if you buy us. Yeah, buy Everton Football Club. That's my plea.
It's because the Glazers are greedy and want more money from the club. That's why they don't really want to sell to Qatar.
Just do us a favour and buy Everton.
If they have any sense, they'd go for Qatar in a heartbeat, but it's still.
If they went to they'd be on the same level as Newcastle money-wise if the Qatar people bought them.
Yeah, they will be.
Everton Football Club would like that money, as you know.
They should do. I mean, this is why I want them in the Premier League. They deserve to be in top flight. The history, you know, the fans.
Yeah, but realistically, I think we'll get the MSN guys, in my opinion. Which I'm not opposed to. I'm happy with that. But for us to grow, the board needs to go first of all.
I mean, with that being said, I don't know if we ever want to do a prediction.
I think you got a phone on you or anything?
I've got my phone on me.
Do you want to do some notes then real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Figure out who
I mean, we could always go through my predictions for this season and see how close I was.
If you want to, while we thing.
Alright, people. Gone. Right, my predictions are here. And, as you can see, I did this a little bit way through the season, but I put Arsenal first purely because I just wanted to believe, and I think this was post World Cup time I did this. I'm pretty sure, and I haven't changed it whatsoever. So I went for Arsenal. I went for Man City second. Manchester United I put third.
Alright.
This is about Christmas time, by the way. Chelsea I put in fourth. Let's not talk about that. Liverpool I put in fifth. Got that right. Tottenham I put in sixth. Newcastle I put in seventh. Brentford I went for eighth.
Okay.
Brighton I went for ninth. I don't know if you want to compare it to a table or not, actually. You got a table I can compare it to? Hang on, right.
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously Arsenal and Man City are all the way round. Man United I put third.
Correct.
Chelsea fourth.
No.
Obviously wrong.
That's
Liverpool
Newcastle.
fifth.
Liverpool were fifth.
Tottenham sixth.
No.
Newcastle seventh, obviously no.
No.
Brentford eighth.
No.
Brighton ninth.
No.
West Ham I put in 10th actually.
No.
Crystal Palace 11th.
Yeah, correct.
Fulham in 12th.
No.
Villa in 13th.
No.
Everton in 14th.
No.
Leeds in 15th.
No.
Southampton in 16th.
No.
Leicester in 17th.
No.
Bournemouth in 18th.
No.
Wolves in 19th. And Nottingham Forest in
No.
20th.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
This is hard now, picking who I want to go where.
Yeah.
My top four, I have no idea.
No?
Apart from first place.
Yeah. Of course. Alright. So that's my predictions, guys. Some of them I was close with, some of them I was right, others I was so far off.
Bro, it's so hard now.
But yeah, we will try and predict from this lineup and see who we get. So first,
Top five, I have no idea. Top five, I ain't got a clue.
you're not. Hang on.
Because you can't count anybody out.
No, you can't. But
Sixth.
go from the bottom up if you feel that stuck. Oh, it'd be tough. 15.
How many teams are there?
20.
Or 20 if I know what I'm going to put.
I don't want to be harsh to the relegation teams at the bottom because I don't know how good they'll be.
This is the league next season, okay.
Yeah, this is for this next season.
It's hard with Everton because I want to put them high, but I just, unless things change, I physically
They
can't.
won't. Yeah, it won't change.
It's so hard for Everton. Fuck.
I don't think.
Because realistically, I think we'd be in the same sort we are this season if
Yeah.
nothing changes. But if stuff changes, I think 14 is respectable.
I agree.
I've filled in 4 teams, and that's what I could think of.
Not for now.
Yeah, I don't know where else to put anybody else. It's so
Alright.
difficult at the moment. I've done my bottom 2.
Okay, let's look at them teams. Keep referring to that.
Yeah, so I'm going to put 18th.
I don't know.
18th could be anybody. I want to say them. And obviously when the transfer window's done, yeah, we'll do this again.
Yeah.
from the bottom three.
I don't know. This is difficult.
I'm putting them there just in case he does.
Okay, I think they'll come.
Oh, but they're not doing very well either.
I don't know.
Fuck, bro.
This is difficult.
The bottom half is dreadful to pick. So what's the top half?
I've got top 5 at the moment for me.
Pretty bad, do they?
I've got the top 6 I've done at the moment, I think.
Bro. Fuck. Champions League's top 4, isn't it?
Yep.
Realistically, do I see Newcastle getting Champions League football next season?
Yes. They're going to stay in the top 4 now, I think.
But you can't. There's 4 other teams though, like that could get it.
Yeah.
Like Liverpool, they're not going to be still. I can't see them in Europa League next season. Man United definitely can, and I can't see in Europa League next season. So one of them's got to drop down. I think the only one I can pick up is Newcastle, because of the coaching level. It's always going to be at the end of the day.
Actually, I'm going to put... See, it's bad because some of my predictions look very similar to the table.
I don't. It's bad for you though.
Yeah, I've put us lower down than this season.
I am as well. It's still Champions League though.
I've put us 4th.
So have I. I was between you and Newcastle. I struggled.
It was between us and another club, but I'll get into that.
Yeah. I think they'll do as well this season. Fuck Palace.
Okay, this is where it gets difficult. I need to assume that every club is going to stay with the same people
I haven't.
and do better. But if we're assuming that the rumours are true, then I've got to kind of go a bit more. I'm going to have to put them down at the bottom. I don't know why.
Fuck up. I'm gonna work my way down. 7.
It's hard. I think they'll get there.
So what have we got left?
I'm doing the relegation clubs, but the new ones first, I think.
Can't see them getting that though. All them. Honestly, I can't see anybody getting 7th.
Really?
No. I think I just have to go with thing. Villa. Actually, Villa's there.
I think I'm going to have to put them there. West Ham probably go about here.
I missed the
fuck.
Chelsea as
I've
well.
not even put Chelsea in yet, you know?
Right.
I completely forgot about Chelsea. Hang on, I'm going to have to just keep going.
There we go.
If Wolves are going to be there, probably.
Last at it now.
Forest.
11.
Maybe they can get there, if they're lucky.
Fuck.
I have got someone that can actually edit this for us for me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh.
Jason?
Oh shit.
Yeah, he's offered to do it. Right, now we've only got 3 more spots to fill and then we're good to go. Oh, I don't know, Sam. I've not put Everton in yet. think
It's so hard with West Ham, bro. Where to put West Ham?
I put West Ham in.
Because they're so, like, you just don't know what you're going to get, especially with losing Rice.
I put Everton in the same place they've got this season.
Okay, I can see that.
Now, who else do I need to put
Who else have
in?
I got left?
I need to put Chelsea in, and I also need to put in Bournemouth. That's it. It's difficult, very hard.
Who am I putting there? Who else am I putting there? There we go. On the bottom three. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces left. Who have I got left?
Oh, Brentford, I'm really harsh right now, but I've got to do it.
Bro, I haven't got a clue.
Spurs I'll leave there. I think I'm gonna move from there. Fortunately, I think Villa are going to need to count on conference to stay in Europe. I'm really sorry, but if I'm going to be honest, I think Chelsea will be there, and then that leaves Bournemouth. Alright, I've done it now. Right. Should we wait till we've both done it? Or
Yeah.
alright. We can count down. You nearly there, or?
I've got 4 places left.
It's difficult, some of them. I've had to rejig some of it, but I've got mine now. You have to let us know what you guys think.
Bro, it's so fucking difficult.
It is. I know.
Because I don't know where to put Burnley.
No, I didn't.
No, realistically, it piss people off on this, but
Here we go.
I don't give a fuck now. I've had enough. some of it I've just put there for the sake of it. It's that hard to pick them somewhere.
Okay.
Like the bottom 12 are all relegation scrap. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Okay. Okay. You ready yet?
No, I've got Wolves in. Oh, for fuck's sake, bro. That means
I've put some in that are gonna piss people off. Should we go from the top down, or should we go from the bottom up?
Who am I missing? Fuck, I don't know. What? Oh, bro, I'm moving everybody up.
I've had to do a little bit of that. Right.
I'm almost done. Almost spot.
You've been very indecisive on your one.
It's so hard to pick. Fuck it. Yeah, I'm pulling the gun on that one. I've had a big shuffle. I'm done.
Okay.
Ugh.
You ready?
Yep.
Should we go from bottom up, or do we?
Let's go bottom up. You
Yeah.
You say your bottom, then I'll say my bottom.
Alright. I've put Luton Town there.
I agree.
I don't mean to be harsh, but I just don't see a high, like,
It's the player
odds
quality, in my opinion.
of them staying up in that league, you know. I just
Agree.
don't see it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
19th is going to shock give up at Bournemouth.
I've agreed.
I can't believe it. Yeah. I don't know why, but I just
Yeah.
don't know if they can replicate that or not.
Yeah.
And with all these other teams, I just can't see them getting above.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I agree.
Alright, 18th.
Have we got the same? Let's see.
Sheffield United.
No. Forest.
Oh, okay. I put Sheffield United there purely because I don't know if the yo-yo effect is going to be there. You know?
Yeah.
I don't really know what they're about now.
I
at the
put
moment.
Forest.
So I've had to play it a little bit
Yeah.
safe and go there.
I put Forest there. I don't have a lot of faith in Forest, and recruitment-wise especially.
Right, 17th I put Everton.
I put Wolves, and this is if Lopetegui does leave.
Okay.
That's how I based it off of it. If he
Right.
leaves, I can't see who they would get, and I fear for him. So I put him
Right.
17th.
I've put Everton there purely because if they stay the way they are, they're gonna keep going through this same.
So are you seeing it as, did we keep the owners, or are
if
you?
you keep the owners,
Okay.
it's gonna keep going
If we
the same
change
way.
owners, then where do we finish then on your leaderboard?
I think you could do top 10 maybe, if that's a stretch.
I think that's a stretch, very big stretch.
But
I'll put us where I think we will get if the owners are changed.
yeah, what do you think?
I'll tell them.
Oh yeah, okay. See where you put 17th then?
Put Wolves 17th.
I put Wolves 16th.
16th I put Palace, and that's if they keep Roy Hodgson.
Ooh, okay.
For safety, but I think Palace you've got to put in the 16th to 14th place area, in my opinion.
Okay.
Anywhere in between there is where Palace should be, in my personal opinion.
Alright.
You might have them higher,
They're a little tad higher.
but I can't see them being that high, like any higher than that, in
Okay.
my personal opinion.
Yeah, I put Wolves in 16th because if they get rid of Lopetegui, then they're gonna have to fight relegation, I think.
Well, for me, my top 14, 13, probably 12 is relegation.
Okay. So in 15th, I put Burnley in 15th.
I've put Sheffield United.
Okay. And I put Burnley there because I think that just from what I keep seeing and hearing, I just expect them to stay up, but they're gonna have a tough ride of it, you know.
Yeah.
Depends how they recruit, really. 14th. Who you put there?
Everton.
Everton. Why'd you put Everton there?
If we sort our shit out and we do keep Deitch, we're going to have to sell to buy. I think Deitch is going to recruit wisely and knows what we need, because he said that he hasn't changed too much with Everton Football Club since joining. So when he does change everything and goes to his style, proper his, everything him, and it starts implementing some players that are his, I think it's going to be a relegation scrap still. But I think 14th
Okay.
is where we'll
Who do you
be.
think I put 14th?
Chelsea.
Oh,
West Ham.
yes. West Ham.
Okay. I'll put West Ham 13th.
I think West Ham will get 14th because I just don't see how much more Moyes can do at this point. He's really clutching at straws now and relying on his players to pull out something special, you know?
Yeah.
And
Similar where I put them 13th.
that's kind of
And I
just...
think balancing that. Because if they win the Europa Conference, they've got Europa
Yeah,
League
League.
football next season.
I don't see how they cope. I
'Cause
really don't.
They haven't coped really this season, have they?
No,
And
they
Europa League's probably more demanding.
It is, yeah. In 13th, I have put Nottingham Forest.
Oh, different opinion on that one then, massively.
Yeah, I put them in 13th.
Why is that?
I don't think they're going to be good enough to get into the top 10 the way the teams are, but I think with all these other teams I've got below them, I just think that they're better, personally.
See, I would disagree. I think recruitment for them was dreadful this season.
I think it's
They were,
risky.
they were more reliant on people
It's
they
very risky, and it's worked out for the most part, but it could have gone really bad.
relegation scrap though, weren't they?
They were.
realistically? So if they recruit like they did this season,
I think the only reason they stayed up is because they stuck with the manager, unlike the other clubs.
I agree, but they're going to be in the same spot this season,
Yeah.
and I think they'll go down. In my personal opinion.
Okay. You got in 12th.
Burnley,
Ooh. Do you say?
Vincent Company's going to fly high. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
I think they'll be top 10 by Christmas,
Ooh.
and then obviously fatigue.
So you think they're going to be the real underdog club to climb
yeah,
up? Yeah.
I do, and I think they're the man for all.
I have Crystal Palace in 12th.
That baffles me.
I've got Palace in 12.
I think you're putting too much faith in Roy Hodgson.
Because if they're staying with Roy, I think they're getting where they were this season, personally.
Is that what they got? They got 14th this season.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's why I said they're in the 16th to 14th place finish.
I don't know. I don't think he'll go above 10th whatsoever, but I think he can be respectable.
See,
get there.
For me, losing
With all
Zaha,
season.
losing Zaha and then keeping Roy Hodgson is just...
It will be a very difficult
You're in
ask.
trouble. I think your relegation battle massively.
I don't know. I think with Roy they can do that, but if they get rid, and I don't know where, for now anyway.
Yeah.
All right, 11th.
Fulham.
Fulham. Oh, see, some of your predictions are really close to mine because I've got Fulham in 10th.
Okay.
Okay. So why have you put thing in 11th then?
Marcus Silva's just gonna have another solid season.
Yeah, I agree. They've just got to build on it. haven't
Yeah,
they?
got to build on it. I feel like the teams that finished under him this season are going to properly perform this season.
Mhm.
So that's why I've put them just a little bit outside where they were last time.
Mhm.
But I think 11's still very good.
I put Brentford in 11th.
Oh, so ours have switched the route then.
Oh, really?
Brentford's 10th for me.
See, I don't. There's not a lot of difference in them two teams for me.
There
It was
isn't.
just that I think Marco Silva's just gonna just have a little
Yeah,
tad better
I would
season.
agree. Them two are interchangeable for me.
Yeah.
The only reason I put Brentford there is because I did debate. Oh, shit! I've lost Tony, but recruitment for Brentford don't really miss.
No, we don't.
So I was like, I want to
Very
put them
good.
there, and I think they'll be able to cope.
Okay.
9th.
9th. Who we got?
Tottenham.
Same.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay.
Same, man.
I think whoever they get in, if they do it
got a
right,
tough
if they do it right, they'll finish 9th, and they shouldn't sack him in my opinion because
No.
they need to rebuild properly.
You do.
But I think 9th is where they're at.
Yeah. I mean, if they stay with how they are at the moment, they're going to drop lower and lower and lower. Okay. 8th.
Aston Villa.
Same again.
Oh shit.
Wow. I
And
can't believe
7th,
this.
we're both going to be the same as well, aren't we?
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
I
There's
don't know.
no way
I don't know.
your top half isn't exactly like mine.
I don't know. We'll see.
Why you put thing there?
What, Aston Villa?
Yeah.
I just think that there's going to be a lot of rebuilding for the other teams above them, and I just don't see Villa
I just think a
competing
consistent
properly.
season for Villa. That's all it'll be.
Yeah. I mean, it's a respectable season, and if they do well in the Conference League, I think
They
Villa
can win it.
fans
They
will be
can win it,
happy.
to be honest with you.
Yeah,
They should win it, to be honest with you.
yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's respectable. Who you got in 7th then?
Chelsea.
Same again. Yeah,
Pochettino, that's all I've got.
I think
Tagged
they'll
with it.
get back in Europe.
Yeah.
It'll be a very good season if that happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who got in 6th?
Brighton.
Ooh. Okay, I've got Brighton in 5th. You know.
How?
How?
How are you put Brighton that?
I put Brighton in 5th. I think they'll go higher. If they keep doing what they're doing,
Okay.
I think Brighton will go higher. But yeah, okay. Why Brighton there?
So I can't see him finishing above the people I've put ahead.
I can.
Not in a million
One
years.
team. One team I think will be above.
Oh.
One team. And in 6th place, I put Manchester United.
Now that's a wild one to me.
I think it is as well, but that's why I've done it. Because I think all the other teams above them will have a better window and ultimately be
So
a
I think
fifth
Man
there.
United's going to have one of the better windows.
Because if that ownership stays how it is and they go to the gym, I think they're fucked.
Yeah.
Because they've got a lot of debt that they need to repay. Because the gym can't buy it all, and it's got a lot of debt and infrastructure to do and everything.
Yeah.
It's not doable. If they get Qatar though, I'll put them higher because I think they will have a very good window. But yeah, it's a lot hanging over them. But I don't see them dropping below them other ones though. But Brighton up in 5th place.
I put Newcastle.
Ooh, that's a wild one for me because I put them in top 4.
No, I think they miss out.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you reckon it'd be too big of an ask for Champions League and the league? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they've got the depth yet. And there's certain players they're keeping on. I'm like, you should probably get a bit of an upgrade.
Yeah.
Like Dummett, I think it is. Is it Dummett?
Don't know. Yeah.
There's certain players are keeping on. I'm like, I don't really
There
have
are
a lot
some of
faith.
them like who is it? We've got that Murphy. He's been alright recently, but there's some of the other ones that I'm like, should you even be there? Like, you've got
Gordon.
Gordon. I meant more Longstaff, if I'm honest.
Yeah, and Gordon.
Gordon.
Yeah, Gordon.
Okay. Did you say he put in 6th?
Yeah, I had Brighton and Newcastle's 5th for me.
Oh, yeah, Brighton's 5th for me.
Yeah, now I'm 4th.
Yeah, I put Arsenal in 4th.
I agree.
I just don't quite see us getting above.
It's still a very
Liverpool.
good season.
But I still think if we retain the Champions League place again, I don't think we'd be disappointed.
I just think that City are leaps and bounds
Yeah.
ahead of you, and I think Liverpool and Man United, to get where they want to be, they're going to spend. Because they're going to need to spend to catch you and Man City, and I think they will.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, and I still think Klopp and Ten Hag are better managers than Arteta still at this moment, but Arteta is still very young. So obviously, eventually, he will take over.
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. Not got the accolades yet. People seem to forget that, you know?
Yeah.
Alright, who got in 3rd?
Liverpool.
I've put Newcastle in 3rd.
That's wild. I think 4th, fair enough.
I think they stay in the top 4 for
I think the
forever now.
head of you is... I can't
I
see
think
the
they
head of
will.
you.
I think they will stay in top 4 forever now. And they're not dropping out unless something drastic happens.
I don't think Eddie Howe's the man.
I think
I
he
think
is.
he's done very well for what he's there, but if you think about long term and Champions League, I just don't think he's
We
the
need
manager.
to see how he does first.
He's
before I
gone from
change
Bournemouth to Newcastle in Champions League. I just don't think he's
that's
that
the
guy.
beauty of it, Sam. Does that not just say how good of a manager he really is, though?
No, because I feel like he'd have been picked up earlier. I think he got sacked by Bournemouth, didn't he?
I mean, yeah, he did.
That's my thing.
Mm,
He's done well in a Premier League that's had a lot of underperforming teams. And he's had money to spend. Like most managers don't have that kind of money to spend.
I mean,
Freedom.
money is power. At the end of the
Exactly.
day. I know.
But money can only get you so far. Look at Chelsea.
Mm. But does that not say how wisely he spent that money in his first season?
No,
though?
because there's one name.
Not
Anthony
Gordon.
Gordon.
Yeah, but it's still got Champions League, Sam. They've
He
done it
has, but
despite that.
what has Gordon contributed to that?
Not a lot.
And I feel like the teams below him, they've had a pretty off season.
Yeah.
Can't see Liverpool having an off season next season.
No, not if they do it right.
And I can see Chelsea coming back slightly as well.
Yeah. I don't know. I still have faith in Eddie Howe and Newcastle.
I still think they'll get European football, no
Yeah.
questions asked. And there'll be a mainstay there.
Okay.
But breaking into the Champions League, just not yet.
Okay.
And I don't think they'll get it permanently until Eddie Howe's gone. I'm happy to be proven wrong, but I just don't think Eddie Howe is the guy. When you look at the names of Champions League managers, you don't think Eddie Howe.
Well, out
Who the
with
fuck is
the,
Eddie
out
Howe?
with the old, in with the new, you know?
Who the fuck is Eddie Howe?
It's so disrespectful, Sam. You can't say that.
Who is Eddie Howe?
He's the Newcastle manager.
Yeah, but pretty Shakhtar Donetsk. They're not going to go to. They're going to play Bournemouth. Who the fuck? Not Bournemouth. They're going to play fucking Newcastle. Who the fuck are Newcastle? Eddie fucking Howe. Who the fuck is Eddie Howe?
Oh, come on,
At least with David Moyes, I somewhat knew David Moyes.
You're going too far with that. Come on.
I'm not wrong though, am I? They're not going to know who Eddie Howe is.
They're probably not going to know Eddie Howe, but we're going to know who Newcastle are, though, aren't they?
Newcastle have been
They've
out for
got
a
a
while.
bloody history, man.
Yeah, but history's history.
Yeah.
A lot of people ain't going to remember that nowadays. Look at the younger generation. That, you
We
know?
do. We're younger generation, aren't we?
Yeah, but we don't fully know Newcastle's past. We didn't experience it, did it? We just
No, we
get
didn't.
told they were good at some point.
I've watched the clips and stuff, but that's sort
So
of.
I haven't.
Yeah. Okay. You put in second, Liverpool?
Man United.
But Man United second?
Yep.
You put Liverpool third, did you?
Yep.
Okay. So why'd you put them two there then?
They've got to spend.
Yeah? I agree they've got to spend.
And I think Jurgen Klopp is quite good at signing players, and I think
He needs the money.
Ten Hag is also good at signing players.
He needs the money as well.
And I think they're going to have a bit of money to spend to strengthen where they need to strengthen. Liverpool mainly
They need the
midfield.
budgets first, and I don't know what the
Thing
owners
is,
will
though,
give them it though.
They end up spending a decent
They
amount anyway.
overspend.
They end up spending anyway, don't they? They go. I don't know if the owner will give them money, but the owner does give them a little bit of money anyway to strengthen at least in two positions at least.
Yeah.
And obviously I've put Manchester
I
City
put Man
top.
City first, yeah.
And I think Haaland will break the record again.
Yeah. I don't like to put him up top, but I've got to be real about it, you know. I can't argue with it.
Yeah.
Wow, I can't believe our predictions were that close, you know.
Yeah. There was some that were quite wild off, like the Newcastle and the Forest.
Yeah?
Other than that, they were pretty close.
Okay. That's about it, really. I mean, have we got anything else to say? I mean, what about the two teams that were relegated earlier?
You all wanted us to go down. Joke's on you. Swivel on it and enjoy the championship.
Oh, man. Leicester, to think you were champions in 2016 and now you're in the championship.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good riddance to you, to be honest with you.
And Leeds. I mean, it wasn't that long ago.
Leeds I don't have a problem with, but Leicester got a bit too big for the boots. Like, you can say that about Everton, but we've been in a relegation battle for two seasons now. Like, we're humbled now.
But I thought the last one was pretty bad. This one took the cake.
We've been humbled now. We know what's wrong with us. South Londoners.
Alright, so anything else to say?
Sack the board. Nothing else to say, really. Get the fuck out.
Sack the board.